It's time to cook with the quarantine chef. Alright, so tonight's tonight's video is dedicated to Miss Jackie Jameson, my Orangeburg mama. She texted me this recipe, and so I'm going to try it out tonight. It is Michael Simon's Carbonara. I think I'm pronouncing that right. So anyway, Miss Jameson, this one's for you. The first thing I'm going to do is bring some water to a boil. Now that the water is boiling, I'm going to add in my dry pasta, and I'm using half of a box, just because I feel like an entire box would be a little too much for me. So I'm going to add this in. I forgot to add salt to the water earlier, so I'm going to add a little salt. And I'm not going to add any oil. So only salt, water, and the pasta. Okay, so while the pasta is going, I'm going to add a little oil to a pan. About a teaspoon. And then for this, I'm going to use bacon. I'll have to look up what the guy says the original meat is, but basically in his recipe, he said you can use any meat, like you can use bacon, you can use any smoked meats that you have lying around. And I do have some smoked turkey necks, I think, but I prefer bacon, so I'm going to use bacon in my recipe. Adding this to my pan. I'm going to let this cook until crispy. So while the pasta is going and while the meat is cooking, I'm going to crack 2 eggs. Put in here. And I'm going to whisk. And let me give a shout out to Jeannie Simmons. She's the one, if you saw my post earlier about Merry Christmas to the Quarantine Chef, it was Jeannie who sent me all of this. Like, I was so surprised. I ordered something from Amazon, so I was expecting a box, but I opened my first box and I saw what I ordered, and then I opened the first box, saw what I ordered, and then I opened the second and I was like, what is this? And when I opened it, I remembered when she asked for my address a few days ago, and so I immediately knew it was from her. So thank you so much, Jeannie. And I'm already using the items that you sent, 2 of them actually, both the tongs and the whisk. So let's whisk these eggs until foamy. So now that I've whisked my eggs until foamy, I'm going to add in a few more things. I'm going to add in some pepper, some parsley, and a half cup of Parmesan cheese. And I'm going to stir this all together. Because I like crispy bacon, I'm going to let this cook down some more until nice and crispy, and then I'm going to cut it into smaller pieces. Okay, now that I have cooked and cut my bacon, I turned the stove eye off, and I'm going to use some of the pasta water for the base of the sauce. And after I add in the pasta water, excuse me, I'm going to stir this around just a bit. And now I'm going to add in the egg and cheese mixture. And I'm going to stir this in to make my sauce. The next step after mixing is to add in my desired amount of pasta. Let's see. And I'm going to mix this well. All right, time to enjoy. And I topped mine with a little more Parmesan because I love cheese. This is actually really good. And it wasn't difficult to make at all. So this is a good meal for if you like pasta. And as I said earlier in the video, you can use whatever meat you want, really. But a good meal if you like pasta and you just need something quick to cook. So I'm going to finish eating. I'll see you all in the next video.